What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So I'm super happy to finally see that Plarium has fixed Artak, okay? So here we go in the announcements section down here. Basically, Artak was having some issues with his passive ability not working. So they pushed through a patch, making his passive ability cap out on the amount of speed and resistance you're going to be gaining from that to 100, which it should have been, where before he was not doing that. He was able to reach speeds of like 800. It was absolutely insane. And the issue with that is I can't make content on that. If I try to make a video, if I try to make a guide on Artak and he's going 800 speed, he's going to get fixed. And that video is useless, okay? I don't think the spider video that I did is useless. I'm going to check and confirm that later on. But today what I want to share with you guys is something that I believe is going to be the #1 build for Artak. Maybe not these exact stats, but this general idea. And this single thing has caused Artak to probably be the most valuable champion on my account, which is crazy to think that a free champion that Plarium gives us for just logging into the game could potentially become an in-game player's one of their most valuable champions. Let me explain why. So what I have Artak doing right now is duoing stage 9. Now this is going to change when we get higher level hard mode dungeons, but I'm going to show you guys what's going on right now, okay? Also, I've not done the 100 runs. I'm going to have to do 300 runs. So wait for the fully confirmed 100% or very close to consistency, but it's going to take some time. But right now, we have stage 9, Artak plus Elva, duo stage 9, okay? Stage 9 hard. That is crazy. Ice Golem, Spider's Den, stage 9, Artak plus Elva, duo, stage 9 of a hard mode dungeon. And then Fire Knight. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody does Fire Knight. These shenanigans. What in the world? Dragon's Lair, okay? Forget Fire Knight and its nonsense. Dragon's Lair, stage 9, Artak plus Elva. I'm not for sure if Elva is the only champion to be able to do this with him. I kind of doubt it, honestly. But Artak is the consistent theme across all of these. I wasn't able to do it with any other champions, so Artak plus Elva, duo, Dragon, Ice Golem, plus Spider's Den. Now, when I originally started to do this, I was kind of getting tunneled into a specific gear set. Because Dragon, you can't really beat it if you don't have poisons very easily because it's just very hard to destroy. So you need toxic sets. Well, I don't want to use toxic sets on Hydra, and I want to use Artak and Hydra. So I made some changes, and now Artak also was the biggest contributor in the one key attempt that I tried on Nightmare Hydra, 100% fully auto. He did 13 million damage, okay? He's not in toxic gear, thankfully, because that would make it very weird, especially with Cantra doing the provokes. Now, this run wasn't great because I didn't save it. I went ahead and canceled the run. I still have all my keys left. I'm going to try to push up the damage a little bit more. But Artak is now going to be, and I'll show you guys all this stuff in just a minute, duoing 3 hard mode dungeons on stage 9. He's going to be doing Hydra Nightmare as one of my biggest damage contributors, point blank. That's incredible. And check out his gear. I don't think the gear levels are honestly absurd. Like, they're not extreme or anything. He's only 1-star awakened as well. So as we get to 2, 3, 4, I may even take him, possibly even take him to 5-star or 6-star awakening. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I do want to start working on his blessings though, getting him higher awakened, because that could be really good. But as far as his gear, let's click through this real quick. I want to show you guys his gear, his stats, and then go over kind of my thoughts on this stuff. But we have Relentless. Relentless is going to be incredible for him. I focused on good survivability as well as a little bit of damage. I don't think he's a damage dealer. He really doesn't do very much damage, at least not when I tested previously. But having a 100% crit rate on him really helps out in spiders, I've noticed, or at least I feel like it does. Maybe it actually doesn't, but I'm pretty sure it does help out. Makes it a little bit more consistent and a little bit quicker, which I love. Consistency and speed. It's my 2 favorite things. Now, his total stats, 67,000 HP. We have 4,000 defense, 207 speed. This allows me specifically on Spider with Elva's 19% speed aura to be going before the Spider. So that's the only reason why it's 207 specifically. It doesn't have to be 207 specifically. Just put it to a place where, hey, you're going to be going before the Spider, which is 220 speed on stage 9, or before whatever boss you're actually going to be going against. And then 100% crit rate, technically, I was actually fine with 85%. It just so happened that 100% is what I got. But 85% would allow me to crit against all the dungeons, and then most of the time on Hydra. But hey, 100%, hey, not going to complain about that. It's even better. and then 328 accuracy. My goal for accuracy is actually 360, because if we come over here and look at this, raid resources, you can see that on Nightmare Hydra over here, the accuracy needed, the highest one is 360 to land your debuffs on the Head of Suffering. So if you want to consistently land debuffs, you're going to need 360. Hydra, 336. So very close. I have a chest plate to get brought up. I also have some benefits and some dungeons and stuff. So Ice Golem, some benefits. Dragon's Lair, some benefits. Spider's Den, a little bit of benefits. Ice Golem's the one I was pushing the most stuff into, because honestly, it's the hardest one to solo or duo because such inconsistencies as far as the big slams. But I think this is going to work it out, which that is why I have Defiant gear on him. Defiant is going to prevent those big slams from always killing me. They might kill me most of the time, but Elva is also in Defiant piece. So hopefully at least somebody survives. I'll probably set Elva to actually do some reses, but skills, everything's fully booked, okay? Of course, fully booked the champion. He's a free champion. Drop some books into him. If you're going to use him, he is definitely worth it. Now, as far as masteries, you guys might be surprised to see this. There's no War Master. So he did all this damage, all of this 13 million damage just from his skills, okay? Necmo did all of this damage just from War Master. So Necmo always does AoE abilities. Artak always does AoE abilities. You can see right there that if Artak has War Master instead of Oppressor, he's going to be doing even more damage than what he was already doing, which is insane to even think about. But I think Oppressor is going to be best for dungeon content, and specifically Ice Golem. You don't want War Master. If you have War Master on Ice Golem, you're going to be getting slammed like there's no tomorrow, and you're just not going to want to even play tomorrow probably. Honestly, it's going to be a nightmare. So don't put War Master on your champions who you want to bring into Ice Golem, because it's just going to be a bad day. You're just not going to like it, I promise. So with that said, let me jump in here and show this stuff to you, okay? We'll start off with Spider. Spider's going to be the fastest. Spider's the one that everybody probably cares about, right? Because Spider, it's Spider. You're going to farm good accessories. Not many people can duo it. Honestly, I haven't seen anybody duo stage 9 of Spider yet. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen anybody duo stage 9 of Spider, Ice Golem, and Dragon at all. Also, plus having him in Nightmare Hydra, because he was doing good in Toxic set, but I changed him from that because, like I said, I really don't want a ton of toxic, weak versions of poison on the Hydra. Just doesn't seem like a great plan for me. You can see, obviously, that Elva is in toxic. Spoiler alert, that's who's placing the poisons on the boss. Now, with this said, I mentioned there's a few bugs, I think, in this video. I tried a few different recordings of this, but if not, there are a few bugs with Artak, okay? His max HP, it's going to be getting a little bit weird here in a minute, I believe. So it's full right now, it's perfectly fine, but there's been times where it goes to like 0, obviously, there we go. So his max HP is 0, his HP bar, I don't know where it's at, which makes it very weird when trying to know, hey, is this consistent, is it not? I really don't know. I mean, I can test it, see if it's consistent, but how safe is this? Am I way overshot as far as my survivability? Do I need to get more survivability? What's going on? What truly is happening here? But it looks pretty safe to me, even though he's at 1 HP. I don't think he's like invincible right now. I'm pretty sure he can die. It's just a visual glitch, which I don't love. The other thing, if I can remember, so he's having that, plus I went completely blank because I was continuing the max HP glitch too long. There's another little bug that was happening. If I think about it later on, I'll tell you. But the max HP is one of the biggest ones that's happening. Oh, his A3, the double hitter, actually places toxic twice. I may have said that earlier. Either way, my mind is all over the place apparently. But yeah, his toxic, when I had him in toxic set yesterday, he was placing 2 poisons on enemies from that A3 ability, which, if you can recall, the whole situation with Mighty Uko, that's not supposed to happen. So him doing that, I can almost guarantee is a bug. So that ability placing toxic, I imagine it could also place stuns twice. It could probably play or have a chance of, double chance of placing the stuns, which is just wrong. Okay, it's not supposed to happen like that. 218, great. So I'm pretty sure it's a bug that's gonna get fixed. Which, if you're building him in toxic, something to be mindful of. Same thing with stun. He's gonna be a stun powerhouse for now because it'd probably have a double chance as well. Provoke, same thing. Sleep. Who cares about sleep, right? The day set. So that's the 2 bugs. The max HP thing, and then the provoke, the double hit from that A3. Two things to be mindful of. Dragon is a relatively fast run as well. This one I actually have to do a little bit differently. So this one, I have to set it up so that the second wave, Elva is prioritizing opening with the res. So what happens here is these enemies do quite a bit of damage. They're not going to kill Elva because Elva has full HP. Artak, on the other hand, he gets 50% HP pretty often because he reduces his own HP, and they hit pretty hard. But since Elva has Toxic set on, she'll place poisons. It's going to take a while, but if they kill Artak, then Elva can start to place Toxic, and then this wave right here, she'll open up with that res. So if Artak had died in the previous wave, she'll open up on the second wave. Now, I'm not going to go through all the presets, I'm not going to go through everything, because this is not a guide video on these two champions. I'll show Elva stuff in case somebody wants to test it, but I want to make sure you guys know this. This is not a confirmed run. Like, I've only done this 5 times on each of the dungeons possibly, and it hasn't failed, but that's not to say on the 6th run that it fails, on the 8th run that it fails. Do not, I repeat, do not spend your resources on these champions in these builds and hope that it performs the same way you're seeing right now. So far, it's been good for me, but we're going to have to wait a little bit. I'm going to try to get 100 runs of each, ideally during, you know, dragon events, ice golem events, spider events, and not just whenever I want. I'm going to try to get 100 runs of each, and we're going to see how consistent it is. So we had a, 2-minute, little bit longer spider, which, if you had Soul Reap, that'd be even faster. So you had a 6-star Soul Reap blessing. That is going to be an even faster spider time because you're going to be getting the Reaper to kill all those little spiderlings at once, and that possibly could get very, well, not quite, but very close to one-shotting the spider. You could have it sub 1 minute, I can almost guarantee. So that would be great, of course. Also on Dragon, it'd be much quicker for the waves. Ice Golem would kill those side minions very, very fast. So the lower star rankings, Brimstone's going to be great, but the higher ones, Soul Reap, could be really good. However, you do run into the issue of the Dragon. If you don't have poisons, if you don't have Brimstone, the Dragon's not really going to die. Like, it's going to get pretty rough because the Dragon's just going to blast Artak away. I keep wanting to call him Ultimate Gallic. 234 there. Boom. That's a pretty good time. Now, for the last one, we're going to go ahead and do Ice Golem. Before I do Ice Golem, I want to show you guys Elva's gear because we're just going to wrap the video up on Ice Golem. It's going to take probably 4 minutes-ish. So Elva's gear, in case you're curious, she's in Toxic plus Defiant, and she has these stats. I'm not going to go too far into it yet. Like I said, this run is not 100% certain. She's fully booked. She has Polymorph. If something happens and I end up wanting to change it, I really don't want to do it, put accuracy on her to give her Brimstone. But honestly, I would like to just get her 6-star Brimstone and then boom, 100% chance of placing it. But that's super niche. I highly, highly doubt I'm going to do that. She has Oppressor. Is it the best? I don't know, but that's what we got. Okay, so I'm going to go do Ice Golem. I have different presets for these. I think this is my spider preset. No, my dragon preset. So there we go, guys. As far as the actual boss, I don't know if we need a res. Ice Golem is going to be the hardest to get very consistent, but if we do, it's going to mean Artak is in Dragon hard, Spider hard, Ice Golem hard, and my 1-key Nightmare team. That is 4 areas, in-game areas, that Artak is contributing massively to. One of the best free champions they've released, I gotta say. Absolutely. I'm very impressed. Very, very happy with this. But hey, let me go ahead and turn this Ice Golem run on, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. We're super close, like extremely close to 20,000 subscribers. It'd be sweet to get there if we haven't already by the end of this video, okay? Like by the end of you watching the video. You right now watching this video, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you already had, just like the video. So thank you guys again. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next video.
ourselves in